Here we are at the starting line of the Rainier-to-Ruston race, which is a bunch of different races really. There's a 50-mile solo, there are 50-mile relays, a 50K, marathon plus. There's also a half marathon that starts further down. But what a beautiful place to start a race. There's the Carbon River, which the first half of the trail is going to follow its way down. We're up here almost on the border of Mount Rainier National Park. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, with her, 2 means 200. So she ran 200 miles a couple weeks ago. She's running the 50K. She told me, Rich, I'm dropping down to the 50K today. I said, you know what? You can do that.
So the main race, the 50-mile race, can be run as a relay of 2, 3, 4, or 6, and it can also be run as a solo. So there are actually 12 legs with aid stations at each one and whatnot. I'm only running 6 because I'm running the Marathon Plus, which is 27.7 miles. I will start here and hopefully in about 5 hours make it to Ording in one piece. We'll see, because that is a long ways for me. I don't understand how anybody can do 50 miles, but more power to them. Ladies.
Good job.
Coming to the end of the first leg, which is the main road portion of the marathon. In a little bit here, we'll be onto the trail for the most of the next 15 miles. That's the part I'm really looking forward to. There's a bell up here someplace. I hear it. No, I'm filming. You gotta save it for posterity. I missed it. I won't go back. And here we are, first trip across the Carbon River. So I had to stop. Not because I was tired, but just because this trail is so gorgeous. I was right alongside the Carbon. The trail itself is interesting. It's a hiking trail for sure, but I love it. I'm going to show you an example of it here. As long as I don't get run over, it looks like I'm alright. So I just went over a rather rooty portion. And there's a little water to ford, log to traverse. This is wonderful. I love these kinds of trails, whether walking or running.
This could be a little dicey. I think we'll walk this part. Down through the gully. One step in the water. And we're on our way again. Oh, I think that gives you an idea of it for now. So, a quick update. I'm still along the trail. This is the fairly long second stretch, a little over 6 miles. Most of it trail winds its way down to Carbonado along the river. We're about 5.5 miles into the run at this point. The first leg, which was on the road, was actually rather difficult. It wasn't really hard, but it was not flat at all. It was up and down and up and down. But I felt okay averaging a little under 10 minutes per mile on it, because I figured that I'd have to slow down on this part because of the terrain. So hopefully I didn't go out too fast. It didn't feel like it. So probably see you in Carbonado at this point.
This is like the best race in the world.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Absolutely. Just adds to it. Here's another good photo op. We are not yet halfway between where we got off the road and getting down towards Carbonado. It's starting to rain again, but it doesn't matter. It's just great up here. It's wonderful. The trail is very interesting. It's a lot of stretches where it's not even really walking. It's kind of sliding and climbing and trying not to fall on your ass, but it just adds to the experience. We're on which is supposed to be a much more even dirt trail between Carbonado and Wilkeson. This is, I think, the shortest leg except for the very last one, coming after the longest leg, and hopefully the most difficult, because that was very challenging. My pace, which was, I think it was under 10 when I hit that trail, went up to like 11, cumulative 11 and a half by the time I was done, because so much of that trail was walking and scrambling and whatnot. And I'm not stopping to watch when I stop to take pictures or stop to do recordings like this, so I'm not worried about it. It's a nice day for a run. Beautiful trail. And we'll proceed. So this piece is supposed to be easy. The last piece I very nearly face planted once, but I managed to get my hands down in time. Lost a shoe twice in the mud and had to hobble back to go get it, because I noticed that the people that seem like they know what they're doing, they don't worry about the mud. I started off trying to go around all the mud puddles, and the real ultra type runners, they just run right through it. So then I decided I would try to do that, and that's when I lost my shoe. So
I think I need to do something kind of in between. Be prudent in the puddles that I'm willing to step in and go around if it's pretty easy. Anyway, I'm going to hit the trail again here. I will see you in Wilkeson. Okay, another quick break. I'm still on leg 3, although I should be moving into Wilkeson in the next mile or two. I'm a little messed up on my mileage because I took a wrong turn a little while back, so I lost not a lot, probably a quarter of a mile or so. Not a big deal. Stopping here to mark more or less the halfway mark of my run. According to my watch, I passed 14 miles, which, if it was right, would mean I'm past the halfway mark, although with all the trees, I think the mileage got screwed up a little because leg 2, Carbonado was supposed to be at 11.1 miles and my watch said like 11.5 or something, so it's a little high, and I know how they regularly measure courses, the shortest distance, and I'm not sure how you would do it on here, but I know all of us running this course have been doing a lot of zigzagging, trying to avoid obstacles, so I'm sure that's adding to the mileage a little bit also. Anyway, raining a little bit again, which I don't mind at all. Keeps the temperature down, keeps me cool. This section of trail is much easier. You can see there's still some puddles, but for the most part it's fairly clear, kind of sandy, not too bad. So hit the road again and see if I can make it to Wilkeson this time. And here we are, getting passed by a bunch of relay runners, but heading into Wilkeson, the end of leg 3. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
I couldn't help it.
And here we are, almost to South Prairie, along the last couple of miles of the dirt trail. I forget which creek this is. This is no longer the Carbon River, but it sure is pretty. This whole trail has just been gorgeous. Rain or no rain, mud or no mud, it's just really been beautiful. So, on to South Prairie in dry shoes. And as we begin to run out of trail, I thought I would do one more little stretch, one more action shot. More or less what it's like. This stretch, leg 4, which I had been led to believe was worse than the second leg, was nowhere near as bad. Little patches here and there, but in general, just a little mud and whatnot. Not bad at all. Anyway, hill. I think I'm going to walk it since I'm closing in on 20 miles here. I think I earned a little walk. Nice stand up here. I don't know trees, but like birch or poplar or something like that. Nice little stretch, and in a very short bit I expect to run into a little road, very short stretch that'll take us into South Prairie, which isn't much, but It's a town, and that's where we run into the Foothill Trail, which is the Rails to Trails project that this race is raising money for. The Foothills Trail runs from Buckley Hey, no problem. Relay. I hope. Yeah, because if he was running anything else that fast, he'd already be way ahead of me. Anyway, Foothills Trail goal is to run it from Buckley all the way into Tacoma, but as it is right now, it only goes as far as, I think, Puyallup, and then Peace here and there, but trying to make the whole thing a reality. So, more power to him. I love those Rails to Trails projects. It's a great deal. We had them in Pennsylvania, and we have them in Maple Valley. Cedar River Trail. It's a Rails to Trail project fully realized. And we're so lucky to be living so close to something like that. And something close enough like this. Wouldn't want to do this every day, but if I ever want to get a good trail workout, I know where to come. Alright, I'm going to try to see if I can run the rest of the way into South Prairie. See you there. And thus, South Prairie. A nice new pair of running shoes. Clean socks. Everything else is filthy. Paved trail for the last 7 miles. I stopped for too long when I was changing my shoes, and my muscles are very tight. So I gotta go kind of slow, try to loosen them back up. Right now I'm only doing about a 10-40 mile, so, but I think I can get back, just loosen up a little. Maybe I can finish with a few 10s in there. That would make me feel pretty good. Alright, off we go. Here we are, the end of leg 5, the beginning of my last leg. Definitely feeling it. And I'm actually at 26 on my watch right now. So, I'll be back shortly for a milestone moment. The moment of truth. Let's see. You can see that. It says 26.19. And now it says 26.2. Here, I'm going to walk just so I can prove it. Although it's a little hard to tell, I know. Ah, there we are, 26.22. It's official. I am a marathoner.
This is either still the Carbon or we're coming down towards the Puyallup. There's a lot of water in it. We're just crossing a bridge. Very pretty. Last little bit. I think I have, I'm going to guess, a mile to a mile and a half left to go. Ran with a very nice couple of runners that are going the whole way, 50 miles. So pulled each other along for a while there, and I let them go to take a picture here. Yeah, you can still see them up there, way up around the bend. Maybe I'll catch up with them again if I ever start running, which, yeah, I suppose I should. Nice to actually finish the race running. Alright, here we go. Next stop, finish line, we hope.
There's no way to get lost, right?
I missed.
Mats on the right. Ruston mats on the right. Good
Thank
job.
you. Thanks. Matt. Medal. Thank you very much. Thanks. Holy moly. Well, by my watch, 28.8. By the official 27.7. So I like mine better. Now, find some place to put my feet up, and then we'll head home.